Hello and welcome. This is Emma Sydney, and today it's quite exciting. It's a we in my Facebook. So I got sort of challenged, and it's been in my head for a while to start to do interviews, and I got challenged by the lady that I'm interviewing today to do this. And so I am going to do it, and I'm not going to do it just once. I'm going to keep doing it. That's my plan. And why am I going to do it? Well, I think that the purpose of these conversations is for us to inspire you to do something different in your business, to grow your business, to understand that businesses aren't stagnant. They don't just stay still. So that's what we want to do, is we want to inspire you. And we're going to be doing that through and inspire you to action. I'm all about it. So we're going to be using these interviews to share stories and to help us all understand different challenges and to grow. And you never know, you might find somebody that you'd like to work with or connect with. So we're going to be sharing links, and also my Facebook group, which is now called, for the last time I'm changing it, Changemakers Membership, is a safe space as well for you to build those relationships. So that's also what we're going to be doing. I have a piece of paper with some questions to keep me on track, because I know what I'm like. And initially we're going to be doing these fortnightly, and it is about taking action and connection. So less from me, more about the lovely lady that we're interviewing today, the gorgeous and totally fabulous Jodee Peevor.
Yay! Thank you very much. Thank you.
So to start with, Jodee, can you just, we've known each other for quite a while now, but can you just sort of tell people what you do, who you help, and why you do it?
Hello, and thank you, Emma. Gorgeous. I'm your first interviewee. This is very exciting. So I have a brand called Totally Fabulous, and I build online businesses, beautiful online businesses, from idea to launch. So I've worked with Emma for a number of years. So we've gone all over the place. We're having loads of fun. And the beauty of working with someone long-term like Emma is that you understand the business so well that I can just jump into a conversation with Emma and say, what about this? What about that? When I'm out and about and I see things, I'm like, oh my God, Emma, you need to have a look at this. Oh my goodness me, like I did the other day. And that sort of thing, you know, because I've got your business in my head. So what I like to do, which I realized about 6 years ago, is I only like to work with certain people. I like to work with heart-centered people who want to make a change in the world. I like to work with people who have a movement and they feel a need and a compulsion to share this and to do this in the world, instead of just worrying about the profit and the bottom line and being purely transactional. So for me, that actually results in the most divinely gorgeous client. And those are the clients that I want. So when I then go out and I say to people, these are the people I work with, and they say, well, why are you just, you know, sort of niching down to those kind of people? Because those people tend to have the personalities that I want to work with. And actually, I want to work with people who I would like to have as a friend on my Facebook, or would like to invite round for dinner. And you know what? If I wouldn't want to invite you around for dinner, I'm not going to ask you to be a client of mine. It's a really, really good radar for me to be able to say that. So I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone this year and organising an event in the grounds of my house. And Emma is one of my gorgeous speakers, which is fantastic. And that's, you know, talking about growth and how Emma introduced this interview, that's really, really big for me, because I've organised loads of events before because I was Joomla Jodee for years and years and years. And I ran Joomla Day UK every year. And I had a team of people. I had Microsoft behind me. I had Rockham behind me. I had sponsors, up the yin yang. And it's different now. I'm doing this on my own. And that's quite scary. That's pushing myself out of the comfort zone. But I am wedded to this project and super excited about it. So I'm going with it. But yes, it's scary. I'm feeling the fear and doing it anyway.
And that's the great thing. And the funny thing is, Jodee, you saying that I invited you to my wedding. So that just says everything. Jodee came to my wedding.
Yes.
And I do think that that's the important thing. And Jodee has managed, because we're just so in tune with each other, to answer some of my questions already.
There you go, you see.
Which is just fabulous, because I think if we can sort of go into it a little bit more and definitely start to explore the TP weekend, which I am part of. I will say I am part of it. However, it is different, isn't it? And one of the things I wanted to explore is the fact that our businesses will change, they will evolve and grow, and that we have that space to do that, and that's kind of so can we sort of tell us more about the TP weekend and the concept and how it's different and the gorgeousness.
I came up 2 days ago. I mean, you're talking about changing the names of your Facebook groups. I've done the same with Jodie's TP Weekender. So it's always been called Jodie's TP Weekender because I want people to know that I'm putting it on. I want my tribe to know, oh, it's a Jodie thing. And it's in teepees in my garden for 3 days. So TP Weekender just sounded so gorgeous. But this weekend, not this weekend, the last 2 days, or maybe it was Monday, I had a brainwave. And I came up with the tagline for the event, which is the Entrepreneurs Festival. And I just thought that is bloody perfect, because the reason that JTW is different, and there are other events around the world that do this, but not in the UK and not obviously by me. Thank you very much. Yeah, because, you know, we all bring our uniqueness to the events that we organise. So JTW is about the whole of you. I want people to come who are heart-centered entrepreneurs, and I want them to bring their businesses ready to grow and learn things about their businesses. But I also want them to look at all the different parts of themselves so that they can make sure they're balanced in all areas, whether it's, you know, having a creative outlet. There's a lot of people who focus on the topic that their business is, and they don't have spare time to be creative in other ways. And I think that can actually increase the energy that you have. Instead of looking at it as I don't have time, you know, to go and do some art or to journal or to write or to, you know, do something crafty. Well, hang on a minute. Actually, the time that you dedicate to doing something like that is going to re-energize you so that you have a different energy level in your business. Instead of thinking, I haven't got time for that, therefore it's going to drain me of energy, it's actually the opposite. Whenever I sit down and do anything arty, I have 2 massive art boxes full of supplies that Iris has convinced me to buy over the years, and they're gorgeous. Whenever I actually get the boxes out and have a play, I'm supremely energized for the rest of the week. And then I realize, oh my God, why don't I do this regularly? Why is this not a habit? But we're also looking after people from a mindset perspective. There's lots of people coming to the event to support you in mindset from lots of different angles. So Iona is going to help people with shifting blocks and energy, you know, releasing energy and limiting beliefs and that kind of thing, so that you can then be aligned with what you're trying to do. We've got Rachel, who's going to be helping people with money blocks and money mindset, because it's amazing how much crap we take on from other people who we come into contact with in our lives that massively affects our wealth and our money mindset and all that kind of thing. So she's going to help people with that. Emma Dredge is going to be helping us with mindfulness. She calls it real world mindfulness. I think that's a great way of looking at it, because some people think, oh my God, I have to be sitting with my legs in this position going, in order to gain any kind of mindful, you know, attitude. Absolute rubbish. And Emma's going to be showing us how to do that properly. And the gorgeous Emma Sidney is going to be working with people on change and making sure that they're looking into their businesses, looking into their lives, and that they are nailing every part of those, you know, the essences. I think that's probably the best word. The essences that we have, that we come into contact with in our, whether it's our relationship with our partner or our children or our parents or our friends and clients. We need to make sure that all the parts of us are supported. And Emma makes sure that you create a balance with that. So that, say, for example, you say, I'm going to build a business and sod everybody else because they don't understand why I'm doing this, but I'm going to do this, rah, rah, rah. Well, that's not going to help. You need to make sure that you manage the other relationships that you've got and the other things that take up your time, so that there can be space, you know, for you to grow in your business world. So really what I want JTW to do is support every part of the people that are coming, every little nuance, so that their business can thrive in the way that it should.
Wow, you know, I think it sounds awesome.
We've also got Emma and Sarah, who are going to do style and imagery and photo shoots.
Oh, I know.
And Emma, have you seen Abby's photos?
I have. I know a lot of people who do Abby's photos. They're just going to be stunning. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. So yeah, there is somebody, we've even got Rachel Lee Janney, who's going to be helping people with understanding plant-based clean living. and understanding, you know, what to do if you do want to go vegan, what to do if you want to start introducing that into your lifestyle, whether it's for a health reason or for ethics or whatever it is. She's going to be making some gorgeous food that we're going to be eating.
I know Rachel, and seeing her food, and I'm a big meat eater. I love my meat and all of this kind of stuff, but I do love you know, I just like a whole range. And I think that's the important thing about Rachel, because she's kind of like, not, some people who are in that world can be a bit preachy and that this is the way you've got to be, but she's not.
No.
And that's the fantastic thing, and isn't it?
Absolutely, she's really inclusive. And that's the thing, we're not just at this event, we're not just catering for vegans, for example. My butcher from Studley is going to be having some scrummy food, like some pork loins and some steak and some oh my god, they make the best pork sausages you've ever had, oh my god, you know, things like that. So there is going to be a balance, and that's what I mean. We're not exclusive. No, do I mean that? We're inclusive.
Yeah, we're inclusive. It's inclusive.
You too. But yes, I'm super excited. I just want to be able to put it out there. People understand what it is. It's a different concept. It's new. And I do find that, you know, I have to explain it to people that it is a business event for heart-centered entrepreneurs, but it's supporting the whole of the soul.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing, in terms of, you know, all of our understanding of business and where businesses are going and where we need to be going to survive our world, isn't it? It is to have that. It's a whole of soul. It's a whole of life. It's we're more efficient and effective and productive if we bring it all together, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. And we then have the space to thrive in all those areas.
Yes.
Instead of one taking precedent. And don't get me wrong, there are times when things have to take precedent. You know, my husband's father died recently. That takes precedent. Everything else falls away. And, you know, you juggle all of the balls and spinning plates and all the rest of it in order to make sure things function. But, you know, life throws you curveballs that you don't expect, and they take priority instantly. But if you're living in a balanced environment where you're already sort of on top of things and understanding that everything needs your respect, then you can be fluid and flexible when life throws you a curveball, instead of it shattering everything and going, oh my God, it's all gone to crap because, you know, we weren't in a position where we could cope with it.
Yeah, it's that being able to recover, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Fabulous. I'm so excited.
It's September, by the way.
Oh yes, it is. It's September the 6th.
It's to the 8th.
To the 8th. Oh, yes. It's going to be so cool.
Guess what I did yesterday?
Go on.
I chose the Turkish rugs and cushions for the chill out tent.
Oh my word.
I know that sounds ridiculous, but I was like, oh my gosh, look.
I can't wait.
We're going to do morning yoga, and we're going to have afternoon tea on the lawn, and we're going to do evening around the campfire with marshmallows, and oh yes, it's going to be fabulous.
It is. And it's happening in where are you? So where would you describe?
Well, I like to say that it's North Cotswolds. Yep. I'm half an hour north of Stratford, and it's Mappaborough Green. Do you know what I did the other day? I went into Google Maps and I made Jodie's Teepee Weekend be a thing on Google Maps.
Oh, that's wicked.
I was quite pleased with that.
But in a more practical kind of area of where you would know, folks, it's not far off the motorway, M42.
M42 Junction 3, south of Birmingham.
South of Birmingham.
And it's probably 25 minutes from Birmingham Airport. So we've got people flying in from all over the place coming to the event. So do feel free to travel if you are from further afield. Don't be scared to. And I've picked some gorgeous blooming hotels.
Yes, you have.
Stunning. Because my house is 16th century, I thought I need to create a list of hotels that are similar genre. And because I live in the Cotswolds, all of the hotels around here are cheap. So it's really helpful. So I've put the closest ones on, and they're beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Really, really.
So what would your one piece of advice be for anybody else who is not just starting their business, but knows that they're in that place that they really need to take it up a notch? that sort of made the biggest difference for you that you apply in your business?
The biggest thing for me is giving and being truly me. Both those two things have made my business grow in ways I could not have said would happen. If you take me back 6 years ago, this is when I started being me in business, truly just, Jodee is enthusiastic. She's big. She's happy. She's not loud and brash, but she doesn't hide her enthusiasm. She's a happy bunny. And, that energy actually gets me clients. Whereas before 2012, I hid that energy and I was professional. And it was hard work because that's not Jodee. Jodee is happy and go for it and that kind of thing. So when I started saying, sod that, I'm not going to do that anymore, I'm going to be me, I started attracting some awesome clients, absolutely awesome clients, and way more than I did when I was being stuffy and professional and boring, because the only people that were working with me then were the stuffy and professional and boring people. So you
don't want to work with.
I don't want to work with. You've got to attract the people that you want to work with. And so I started putting myself out there, and I know it sounds really like it's not going to make a difference to your business, but as soon as you actually respect and love who you are and just don't hide yourself anymore, don't put yourself in a box that your parents gave you or your school teachers gave you or whatever. I had people all through my teenage years saying, Jodee, you need to be smaller, you need to be less. And I listened to them and I did that, and that's really crappy. When I look back, if I'd seen someone else doing that, I'd be thinking, wow, what's their problem that they're asking someone else to be smaller so that they can be okay with themselves? That's really weird. But on the giving side, so I'm really active in various places on the internet, giving support and helping people achieve what they want to with their businesses. That's really important. So giving, because the universe has got your back. The universe balances everything you do. I give so much free information and support and advice, and I don't ask anything back for it. And the universe sends people my way. So those are the two things that are really, really important from my business perspective. And they changed my business literally in 6 weeks when I started doing that.
Which is just cool, isn't it?
I tripled my business in 6 weeks after I made that decision. By
being you.
I know, which I already could do. I was already quite good at doing that.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. I think it's been a challenge for me to be me, because in corporate audit world, to be fair, I'm not your traditional typical person anyway. Yeah, exactly. And then to bring that in and go, but in my business world, I have that element, I have that, it's bringing it all together and just going, look, this is me.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? A lot of people try different things in business, and oftentimes they're doing things for other people. They're creating a business because they think it's what other people want, when actually you should be offering people what you do and what you know and who you are. And if you start offering those things instead of, I think my tribe wants this, or I think my tribe wants that. Well, hang on a minute. What do you love doing? What could you do in your sleep? All those kind of questions, ask yourself, because once you start putting that out there, it flows so easily. And you and I have worked together on this, and the difference in you this year compared to last year is huge. Absolutely fantastic.
Even the last couple of weeks.
But these, our businesses are fluid, and as you said right at the beginning of the call, they're not stagnant. What you do each year grows your business, and you'll look back at the business the year before and go, wow, that's what I was doing last year. Oh my God, I'm doing such, different way of doing things now. It's differently aligned. I'm much clearer as my messaging, all that kind of thing. And it's a constant.
I think that's one of the things for me that I really want to get people thinking about out of these interviews, because I do think there's sometimes a perception of I've observed a procrastination or an overwhelm of getting yourself out there, someone will go, I want to do this, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not ready, because I've got to do all these things, and I don't want to look stupid if it changes in 6 weeks. I've never done that. I've put, and I do have that thought in my head, and I just have to go, just let it go, because I'll find my flow as I'm going. And I know that that's the important thing. And I think that's one of the reasons that when you suggested, because it was Jodee who suggested doing these interviews, even though it was in my head to do them, I was like, right, okay, that's what I'm going to do then, because that's actually what I can help others with.
Exactly.
So
thank you very much for letting me be the first one.
You're very welcome. So what if someone wants to connect with you, what's the best way that they can do that?
So I am a Facebooker through and through. Jump on Facebook, DM me. I am not a private person. Just reach out. My Facebook page is Online and Totally Fabulous, and Jodee's TP Weekender you can find as well. Jodee is spelt slightly oddly. It's Jodee double E. But come and find my TP Weekender if you're about at the beginning of September. It'd be lovely to have you join the event. But yeah, connect on Facebook. That's the easiest way. Absolutely.
And I'll pop a link when I upload the video, because I am not doing these live. I'm recording them because I wanted to keep it really, really simple, folks. Keep it simple.
Well, thank you very much, my darling. Thank you for having me.
Well, you're very, very welcome. And thank you for joining me.
No worries. See you later.
Bye.